Hey, in today's video we're going to look at some essential intermediate shoegaze chords. So this video follows up on last year's version, which covered the beginner shoegaze chords. So if you haven't seen that one, definitely start there and then watch this video. For our first set of chords, we're going to look at a set of 7th chords in second inversion. So these are some fat, punchy sounding 7th chords that almost have a power chord-like quality. I think they're going to be great for shoegaze. We're going to look at them as a set of chords, so I'm going to show you all of the chords that exist, in this case in the key of C, that are in this sort of set or style. Anyways, our first sound is a C major 7 chord with a G in the bass. And we have D minor 7, B in the bass, F major 7, we have G major 7, E minor 7, A minor 7. Then we have our diminished chord, or our half diminished chords, I should say. And then we have our C major 7 chord. So once again, these are the second inversion major 7 sounds. Now these sound really good if you add some of the open notes, the key to them. So if I just add some open notes, it adds some extra depth, more timbre, more sound. Really helps to carry these chords when you're strumming. Now, our second set of chords are the first inversion triads. So I'm going to do these, again, as a set in the key of G this time. So these are really punchy chords that also have this sort of great power chord-like quality that I think will work really well. So here's our first chord. Then we have our second chord. Sort of just climbing up the neck. So these ones are pretty simple. So again, these are the first inversion triads. If you add open notes to these, you're going to find some really cool sounds. And with these chords, try them in different keys too. Sometimes the open notes will react differently. So if I try these in the key of A, for example, it sounds totally different. But some really beautiful sounds here, which I'm sure you could find some use out of. For our next set of chords, let's look at some minor 9 chords. So in the first video, we looked at some major 9 shapes, and naturally we should follow that up with some minor 9 shapes. So we're going to look at some A minor 9 chords. This one is an E string voicing. Now if we move to the A string, we've got this voicing, a classic, and then finally on the D string, we've got this chord here. So, I mean, this shape you'll probably use less in shoegaze, but it's worth knowing anyways. So again, these are the minor 9 chords. Now, for the next set of sounds, we're going to increase our major 7 vocabulary. So with shoegaze and other sort of indie type guitar styles or genres, major 7s are really at the core of the sound. So the more major 7 shapes you know, the more success you're going to have. Our first shape then is this really, really big second inversion major 7 chord. So again, it's got the 5th in the bass. So this is a C major 7 chord. Now, if we just get rid of that bass note, we have a classic root position major 7 sound. And if we move on to the D string, we've got another major 7 chord. And last but not least, a drop 3 major 7 chord. So make sure to take the time to learn these shapes. Again, the more major 7s you've got, the more power you're going to have with being able to write stuff in this style. Now, for the last set of chords, we've got some add 9 and sus2 chords. So 9th chords are really, really essential to the style too. Our first shape here is just like a E string add 9 chord. Now this is a really good one. It's got a really driving sound that really cuts through. When I make a shoegaze video, I'm pretty much always using an add 9 chord of some kind. So definitely be sure to learn these shapes. Now here's an A string version, and then finally a D string. For sus2 is a common chord in shoegaze, but I feel like you don't really hear too many voicings outside of the one that we looked at in the beginner video, which is this classic stacked 5th type shape. But for this video, I've got a new one here, which is this kind of shape here. So this one's good because it really cuts through. If you add some open notes to it as well, it's really, really strong chord for just strumming while cutting through with open notes sort of resonating against it. So I'd recommend learning this one. So again, this is a sus2 shape. Anyways, those are the intermediate shoegaze chords. I hope you guys found this useful. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Happy practicing. Bye.